Penny the Black Pen. Before I start today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to Ulungile Khatebe, the president of the BRICS Student Commission at UKZN, in particular on the Howard College campus in Durban. I was in Durban yesterday. I went to go and give a talk to the students of UKZN, and in particular to celebrate the launch of the BRICS Student Commission, which I think is pretty dope. There was also the launch of SWEEP there, which is Women in Entrepreneurship. And these guys gave me like these really cool gifts. Always nice to be a speaker, Baba. You get these nice little gift bags with nice gifts. This is a really dope diary. And they also gave me an amazing power bank. It's pretty dope. This is for me, boy. These are the perks of like people liking you and liking what you have to say. And I had this nice VIP tag as well. Hey, Baba, siyabantu aba serious empilweni. Ningasibuki nje ku social media nisithathele phansi. Hey boo. So yeah, man, Lungile Khatebe, the rest of the team, thank you so much. Met an amazing guy from New Orleans in America, Lucian Lewis, who also gifted me this book yesterday. Color That God Chose. I'm going to be reading this, and I want to say thank you to Lucian. I want to say thank you to everyone, man, who was involved there. I want to say thank you to all the students that I met that came up to me, who were telling me they're fans of the work that I do, that gave a shout out to all the guests that I've had, all the people I've worked with. It's always heartwarming. It's always humbling for me, and I really enjoy the engagements. Some kids were writing cyber law at UKZN yesterday. Some kids were there for the launch. Some kids were on campus because they were going to the library to study, and just being on such a beautiful campus, eThekwini, eGagasini in Durban, was really dope for me. So I want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to doing more speaking engagements at UKZN. I was at DUT last year, thanks to Siswa Mntokozo Ngcobo. And I look forward, man, to speaking on so many campuses, so many schools, and so many other events. And if you guys would like me to book me to speak at your event, at your gathering, at your institution, please drop me an email. I'm going to put my email in the description, or you can DM me on social media and we can make it happen. What do I want to tell you guys? Yeah, gossip. Umkosi, always juicy. Minnie Dlamini has been trending on social media ever since the story broke out of her getting divorced from her husband, Quinton Jones, and the fact that he is suing her, or has been suing her, for spousal maintenance, 10,000 Rand a month, and the fact that he's fighting for primary residence, what you guys know as custody, for their son, Uneta. Pearl Thusi has also been trending for the wrong reasons on social media, seen dancing, half naked, etc. Minnie Dlamini trended this week because she was doing a sports segment and she pulled a face asking if Itumeleng Khune, her ex-boyfriend and potential ex-fiance, is still playing football. Hey, she was dragged, boy. Dragged. A lot of people, unfortunately and very sadly, because Twitter/X has become this pile of rubbish, dump, sewage, I don't know, stamkoko place. They normally look for negative news and they drag people and they bash them, and it's never lacquer. Minnie Dlamini is being touted as a has-been. Pearl Thusi is being touted as a has-been. And the stories that they're trending for are people claiming that they're just trying to seek relevance and seeking attention, which I really hope is not the case. Pearl Thusi this week made a video, I think she put on her Instagram, if I'm not mistaken, where she was just like, look, she's going through a tough time. She's just sending this out to her friends to just, please come give me a hug. You know my address, you know where I live. Come give me a hug. A lot of the comments are like, but if these are your close friends, why do you need to post on social media? Why not just send them WhatsApps, DM them? We don't need to know. You're clearly seeking for attention. Minnie Dlamini and Pearl Thusi are amazing stars. Incredibly talented. Very, very beautiful. Zulu girls. Oh, I love a Zulu girl. Shout out to Ricky Rick, man, and may you rest in peace. Minnie Dlamini, man, has been a crush of so many guys for so many years, and she dated Ukune, who was at the peak of his football career as the goalkeeper of, I think it was Kaizer Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he was also, well, he was also the goalkeeper of Bafana Bafana. I think he may have been the captain. I think him and Senzo Meyiwa, who's passed on, were captains at some point. Sensational goalkeeper. She dated him. A lot of people thought they were a weird couple because she speaks this twang English. I think she's from Northland Girls, if I'm not mistaken, in Durban. And then English, I say, the soccer players, you know, most. But people loved their relationship. Then there were rumors that Ukune was willing to pay R1 million in Ilobolo. And Minnie Dlamini was like, no, not ready. Still want to explore my life and have a good time. And that didn't work out. Life moved on. We got a Showmax special of Minnie Dlamini marrying Quinton Jones. It looked beautiful. It looked like it was going to be a happy marriage. Aw! Boo! Then Minnie Dlamini went out to go and do interviews about marriage and how she wasn't ready and how it wasn't what she expected. And people were like, yeah, man. Then they linked it to obviously Mac G roasting her on Podcast and Chill about, oh, Minnie Dlamini are it girls. Don't ever marry an it girl, bro. Bro! Don't ever fucking marry an it girl, bro. You're like, yeah. Pearl Thusi, sensational actress, great star. MT did a song, Pearl Thusi. I'm talking about Pearl Thusi. She's an amazing actress, very beautiful. I remember she went to Somizi with two DJ Zinhle and she was talking about how she needs a man with money. And you're like, sounding slayish. And then now recently expressing herself. It's her life. She can dress how she wants. If she wants her breasts to show out or her nipples, it's her life. But for many people in South Africa who look at celebrities as these role models, they're like, but Sissy, you've got children, you've got daughters. What type of example are you trying to set for them? Yes, you were young, you were pretty stunning, but you're getting older. And our hope is that brands are meant to mature over time, specifically human brands. You're a parent, you're a mom, you're a dad. Maybe you shouldn't be behaving the way you should be behaving. And I guess it becomes a conversation point for so many of us. How should certain celebrities be performing at certain times? Uncle Waffles will sometimes twerk and dance, and her underwear will show when she's performing. She's sensational. She's at the peak of her career. As she gets older, if she ever gets married, if she has children, should there come a time when she stops dressing like that, where she stops performing like that? It's like, guys, I've changed my brand. Senkulile. So now I'm different. I was young then. It's dope. I'm older now. I have to consider it. And is this something that we need to talk about? From a PR, public relations perspective, do we feel that maybe it is their PR agents, it is their managers, it is the people out there saying, look, you need to trend. You need to remain relevant because this is how we get booked. When you trend on Twitter, on X, people are like, oh my gosh, book her. When you trend on Instagram, people are like, oh snap, I'd actually forgotten about it. Actually, let's hit her up. So it almost doesn't matter what type of publicity you get as long as you're out there. Or is it maybe a PR failure of, no, this is actually not what we'd approve of. We'd actually rather you trend for something else. Let's go and do some charity work. Minnie Dlamini, look at DJ Zinhle and Cairo. Maybe you and Uneta should be doing mother-child type of content. Let's see if we can get you on a baby magazine cover. Let's see if you can promote certain nappies, diapers. Pearl Thusi, you are mom, and I stand to be corrected, but I think she's adopted a daughter. Let's speak about you adopting your child. Let's do a whole campaign around parents who have adopted children, children who maybe were adopted as kids. Let's get you to interact with your kids, especially as they're getting older. Let's speak about it, and let's see how we can do that. Minnie Dlamini, yes, let's speak about your divorce. It's a conversation, but do you want to potentially be bashing your husband, or do you want to maybe advise young girls on how to move in terms of finding the right partner, the struggles and the difficulty of marriage, so that people out there can be like, oh my gosh, I learned so much from Minnie Dlamini in the way she spoke about her marriage, how she got married, the wrong reasons, the right reasons, what she missed, where she is in her life, her struggles. Because one of the arguments is these ladies now are seeking attention and they're trying to find the next guy who's going to marry them, give them money, whatever the case may be. And is that even the case? Are these women like, hey, man, I'm just looking for money, man? And if that's the case, is that what they should be telling girls out there? Guys, we're about money. We're about securing the bag. Don't look to us as role models. We're just trying to make cash. There are young, impressionable girls out there that look up to them, that look up to Boyd, that look up to Bonam, that look up to Cardi B, that look up to Nicki Minaj, that look up to Beyonce Knowles, that look up to Tyler. And we need to remember that those of us who are a little bit popular, a little bit known, we have some kind of responsibility. Never mind the rest of girls out there. You were a girl yourself. What type of role model do you wish you had when you were young. And now that you are a celebrity, a superstar, you've got movies on Netflix, you're on SABC, you're on Showmax, you're on various channels, you get to MC at events, people are obsessed with your Instagram feed, they're obsessed with whatever content you put out there. And you're like, I have an opportunity to speak to a young Minnie Dlamini in high school. I have an opportunity to speak to a young Thusi in high school. I wish I could have had someone do this. And what is it that you're saying to these girls? Is it, I'm free, I get to do what I want? So young girls out there, don't let anyone put you in a box. Don't ever feel like you need to perform and behave and always be. No, you can just be free, man. It's your life. Doesn't matter. I wish someone had told me that. Or, nah, let me actually be honest with the girls. Guys, there's no money here. It's not what you think it is. We're struggling. Sometimes we don't get booked. As you get older, some of the people that we used to work with are like, we're looking for a younger person. We're looking for a thinner person. No, we're not, like light-skinned is not what's popping these days. We're looking for darker-skinned, more representation. You're like, guys, it is tough. It is fucking hard. And sometimes we find ourselves doing things we don't want to do. Sometimes we MC events we would have never MC'd. Sometimes we appear at clubs where you're like, I would be caught dead in this place because we're just trying to pay rent. We're just trying to pay our bond. Our kids need to go to school. And maybe we have struggled to build brands. Maybe we've struggled to build a more fire brand, which makes us money even if we're not performing. Maybe we've struggled to invest some of the money we made in certain businesses so that even if you don't see me on screen, you know, you need to look at someone like Umama Ubasetsana Kumalo, who became a Miss South Africa, became a star, and then she used her star power and being a presenter on Top Billing to set up, I think it's Tulupili, if I'm not mistaken, Productions, which has so many productions, some of your favorite productions out there, where Ubasetsana Kumalo makes money even if you never see her on screen. And how do we teach young girls to move in that way, to move smarter, to move more intelligently? How do you find the type of partner that whether you get married or not, you guys are building together? So that even if you are not together anymore, you're like, you know, when I was with Itumeleng Kune, I managed to get these gigs. I managed to network in the soccer circles, and today I still make money from football. Or I've introduced women to football. I'm involved with Banyana Banyana. When I was with Quentin Jones, this was the world he introduced me to. This was the world I introduced him to. And still to this day, we are not together. We don't work together. But there's this company, there's this non-profit organization we founded. It is still sustainable. It is still building. And where people struggle, let's come together and let's help. Celebrities do not know everything. Celebrities do not have access to all the experts. Sometimes they need you, the lawyer, unknown, not a celebrity, to advise them. Please don't move in this way. Sometimes they need you, the marketing specialist, to come and be like, yo, Sisi, this is my advice to you, out of love. I've posted about Minnie Dlamini, I've posted about Thusi, I've posted about Unomzamo Mbatha and Ushaka Ilembe when they were topless and were saying delicious breasts on screen. You post about these things so that we can have the conversation. But out of everything, we need to protect them. We love Minnie Dlamini. We love Thusi. We love Nomzamo Mbatha. We love every other male celebrity out there who catches it every now and then. And the goal should not be to deteriorate these people's state of mind. Criticize where possible. You're a human. Laugh where there's like maybe a funny joke. Okay, that was funny. Okay. Okay, shit. That was funny. But then be like, look, this is a human being. This is a mom. This is someone's sister. This is someone's daughter. So at the end of the day, after laughing and criticizing, be like, this is how I'd like you to be, girl, boy, man, woman. Whether you take it or not, when other people go through the comments, because this story is now trending, when people go through the comments, they'll be like, oh, shit, I hadn't thought of that. That's pretty interesting. Shit, that's pretty cool. I hadn't thought of that. You might find a Minnie and a Thusi, maybe even see this video, and they're like, actually, we should actually make content with our kids. That would be super dope. You know, it's a revenue stream. It also highlights the new chapter of my life. You look at Rihanna now, she's pregnant with her third child with A$AP Rocky. Okay, it's pretty cool. Beyonce Knowles, Blue Ivy now gets to perform on stage. That's dope. You're like I said, DJ Zinhle, Cairo. No, man, this becomes a new angle, a new potential revenue stream for me and my family. And I get to put my kids on. And it, you know, it's a new phase of my life. I did the teen thing. I did the young adult thing. Now I'm like a mom and I'm a seasoned person. It's like, let me actually start looking into investing. Let me get equity. Let me partner with a production company. Sonia Mbele, for example, I believe runs a production company. They're making productions. You're like, okay, she went from Ntombi on Generations to, she was married to Leslie Sidibe. They got divorced. Now she's like, this is the new chapter of my life. And these become teachable moments, especially for young girls getting into the industry, to be like, what are the different phases? What are the different levels? And when they look for mentors, it's like, oh, I remember this lady speak about this. I remember DJ Spoo speaking about his tax issues. I remember DJ Spoo saying, yo, Dwana, at some point I wasn't getting booked for whatever. Yo, Dwana, hey, nah, there's Shubile and NETS Records. And, oh, Robert Marawa was fired for this reason. This Mac G at some point was fired for, DJ Fresh was accused of, you're like, okay, I think I can learn from these guys. Java, Zola 7, but wait, let's get around the table, let's speak, let's learn. And then let's see how in this phase of our lives we come together and we do something dope together. Because we're all just human at the end of the day. You just happen to have a certain talent and it is highlighted and makes you money, but it may not last forever. Siya Kolisi will not play rugby for the rest of his life. So from now until he is too old, not good enough to get picked, what does he do? He becomes an ambassador for certain brands. He goes and he plays for Racing 92 in France. He goes and he starts getting equity deals in certain businesses. He starts investing his money to property, into rates, puts up a certain trust for the Kolisi family, Sia and Rachel Kolisi and children, and he looks for other things. Can he maybe start reffing? Can he maybe start becoming a coach? He goes and he looks at Brian Habana, superstar in rugby, and he's like, Brian, bro, please, Grootman, please can you help me? How do I move from here? He sits with Owen Kumani, who's an analyst and a commentator. He sits with Kobane Bobo. These are Springboks. He sits with Ashwin Willemse, who's a businessman in his own right. How do I move? How do I navigate? He sits with the Ndungane twins, who also are in business now. Guys, how do I navigate? Please help me. Because you guys have shown that there's life after rugby and you've made it work. How do I make it work? And we learn from each other instead of constantly trying to and whining and complaining and trending for the wrong reasons. So yeah, this video was about Minnie, Dlamini and Thusi. Love them very much. Osisbamba Zulu. There are so many other amazing Zulu women that are blazing the trail. I mentioned Nomza Mombata, but there are so many more. Where's Jessica Nkosi, for example? I haven't seen her in a while. A lot of our brothers, I think DUT, the DUT acting school is fucking shit up. If you look at the guys that have been acting on The Wife, the guys that were acting on Shaka Ilembe, The River, and Wise and Mube and the guys, Monthly Makoba, and the I always forget this guy's name. I don't know if it's Tim Nkosi, but he plays Ubuto on The River. Amazing talents. Amazing. Shout out to Zulu people, man. Doing amazing things. You guys deserve better kings. You guys deserve better kings. I do not know Miss Zulu from above, so, but you guys deserve better kings. The people of South Africa, I saw the hockey guys have been winning. The hockey ladies have been winning. Our cricket Proteas are doing well. The Springboks won the World Cup. South Africans, Tyler, Musa Keys, Trevor Noah, who's got a new comedy show or some reality show, I think, with comedians and celebrities coming up. We're doing big things, big things, big things. We're doing big things. But then we've got useless political leaders. We deserve better political leaders. We deserve better business leaders. We're an amazing country with a lot of talent. We gotta do better. Anyways, love you guys very much. Have a great and blessed day. Pin you well. The Black Pen. If you'd like to book me to speak at your event, at your gathering, at your organization, again, my email address is in the description, or you can DM me. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, @GodPenwell. One word. I'll connect with you guys soon. Have a great and blessed day. Cheers.